everybody, it's Jules here with Beanie.
Hello.
And welcome back to another episode of the Monday Night Wah, set on the one and only Brobna. And today we have a super special and super silly battle report for you today because Beanie is going to be playing an NPC, an enemy, as the Starstriders try to clean up the damn GOO-lerpox. Confused? Well, I'll explain. Welcome one and all to the GOO-lerpox, our version of the Gallo-Dark. And as you may see in a minute, after I've set up the enemy models, it is infested with creepy critters and other sorts of crawlies. Now, as you well know, the story of the Starstriders in the lore is that their ship was taken over by the GOO-lerpox infected, and this is kind of what's happening today. The only way that I'm going to win this game is if I wipe out and clear every single room and make sure the entire area is free of Beanie's models. Now, there are a few twists because they are fairly weak little models here. At the beginning of each turning point, Beanie will roll a d3 and add that many back into the mix. But if he rolls a 6, well, a certain someone who is a little bit stronger than the rest will be able to rejoin the team. And speaking of which, let's go and meet the players. Well, here we are with a brand new kill team for the channel, the Starstriders, baby. Ooh, indeed. Now, they've got a lot of fancy, funky rules between them. There's kind of like and lots of funky hats too. There's 5 named characters in this one, and a dog, obviously, he's one of the 5. And then there's 5 voidsmen at arms that are slightly less interesting rules-wise, but still very useful to have on the table. And what they've got to do is try and clear the entire GOO-lerpox of these nasty critters over here. We've got flesh mites, we've got blight badgers, we've got tuberculosis ticks, and more. Those are not the official names, they are my names.
Why are they not the tuberculosis ticks?
I have trademarked that as well. But there is also at the back a horrible, ugly Ogrin. Now, I know he's from a different kill team, the Blooded kill team, in fact, but he needs to be here to give this team a bit of punch because these poor little critters only have 2 wounds each and not much offensive capabilities. But with this guy backing them up, and if Beanie is spicy with his rolls at the beginning of the turning point, well, this guy could be causing a lot of trouble indeed. He is mean up close with that close combat weapon and giant claw. He shrugs off wounds. He's got an amazing ability where he can't be injured, like to the point where it affects his movement or something like that. He's a big boy to deal with indeed.
He's also a roundabout good guy.
Yeah, he is a tough nut to crack. But I will have to do so as we get set up and start trying to burn it with fire. So here we are after deployment, and what an absolute mess. Ants, this is how you get ants, friends, because we have grubs, we have parasites swarming around the control room over here. We've got one more fly in the ointment over here and another bug hiding behind some boxes. We've got mites drooling about the place over here, and they are looking pretty fierce indeed. And this room contains a swarm of bugs and another mite. There's actually only one free roaming bug, and that is out here, but they are on conceal. But the thing I'm worried about is the Ogrin who is here, who's probably ready to advance out, get right up in my business and start smashing things.
You'll notice he's the only one on engage.
Yes, I have. And speaking of who's on engage and who's not, what I've done over here is I put all the voidsmen at arms on engage, just because of the fact that they are the grunts, they are doing the dirty work, and everyone else is just strolling around, doing their usual thing of just giving orders and expecting them to be followed to the utmost degree. So that's been deployment. Now we get some fun stuff for the Starstriders because we get to, at the beginning, the different points at the beginning of the game, I get to select from a table 3 options, and I've chosen to give myself 1 extra CP that I start the battle with, and I also get to re-roll my dice when determining initiative for the first turn.
Is that
pretty cool? Yes,
yeah, that's really cool.
It's pretty cool.
That, yeah.
So even if I lose this roll off here, I can try and get it. So we are going to roll off, and Beanie Boy goes first, getting a whopping 4, and I get a 4.
Oh, no.
I'm not going to use my re-roll yet because we have to re-roll anyway. A 1 and a 5. There we go, my friend. So I'm going to take the first turn as we move into the Starstriders, trying to cleanse this ship. The Starstriders, with a very cautious start to the game, opened up the door here, and the voidsman at arms moved in behind this weird sort of surgical buzzsaw thing that's over there, thus ending her turn. She's cautious, but she doesn't know what terrors await just a few feet away. With a creak, a crank, and sometimes a clank, a door swings open in the Gulo Dank. The rest of the Starstriders know not from whence it came, but Beanie definitely does, because the big boy is ready to charge in Turning Point 2. Oh, God. Oh, for those people at home that are going to say that the Brute can't do mission actions and that a door technically counts as a mission action, we're not playing that one for obvious reasons. Otherwise, he'd be stuck in this room forever, and that just wouldn't be fun. And that is not the aim of the game. Another door creaks open here, and another Voidsman at Arms takes refuge behind some crates. So here we are after the movement of Turning Point 1. There was no fires at all, no shots fired, I should say.
No, I prefer that. You just didn't start any fires.
Didn't start any fires. Apart from the one Voidsman at Arms who has a cigar over here. He just held on to it now, burning his own fingers rather than starting a combustion party. But everyone has taken up positions for Turning Point 2. The flies have buzzed, the ticks have scrambled, and whatever the sludge mites do, wallow in their own filth. They've all just sort of like wallowed about over here. On this side, though, the Voidsmen at Arms, supported by my leader and my executioner, are basically ready and poised for any sort of potential counterattack that may come their way here, and a second group is starting to form up around here because I feel like I need to tackle the corners very, very quickly, otherwise I'm going to lose this game just by not having the momentum to move through.
You need to run through, man. That's the fastest way to get to there.
That's going to be really, really tough, that bit there. So that's the end of Turning Point 1. No action yet, but it's all going to be kicking off in Turning Point 2, which we are going to roll the initiative for right now and see how we do. Okay, so Beanie gets a... Oh, it's a 4. And I get a 6.
Oh, you spicy calamari.
So the Starstriders will be taking the first activation in Turning Point Die. Well, I've kicked things off with dramatic fashion with my Void Master over here, opening the door straight into the face of this lowly, what's he called, sludge grub. Now, here's a problem.
His name is Dennis.
Oh, Dennis.
You'll respect him.
Put some stank on his name. So this thing, he's opened the door, and we're saying that he's in direct combat with him because he was on the other side of that doorway. So it means that we are now going to do our first fight of the game, which is not the strength of the Starstriders. So first up, it's my gun butt. 3 attacks, hitting on 4s, 2s, and 3s. Oh, 2 hits go through, which will kill the sludge grub, who only has 2 wounds, but will he do damage?
2 attacks.
2 attacks.
Oh, I hit with 1.
He hits with 1, but I will resolve mine straight away and do a 2 damage attack straight to his bonds. That kills him, but now you roll a dice, my friend, and on a 4 up. I would have taken some wounds from your acidic, gooey blood, but we have taken down our first bug. Great. Get out of here, Dennis. And it frees him up now to potentially, remove that other horrible creature over there in the next turn. But that is the end of his turn. Responding in a flurry of insectoid noises, an eye stinger swarm has advanced onto the Voidmaster over here. Now, this is the thing. Beanie gets a whopping 5 attacks, but he is hitting on 5s. It does 1 and 2 damage respectively, but it also has the critical rule of stun. Interesting, interesting. So, roll your dice, my friend. Hitting on 5.
All 5s.
Ooh. 1
crit.
But it's enough to do a stun, so let's see what I get in response. Remember, I'm hitting on 4s, so I get 2 through. Now, here's the thing. We're just going to consult what the stun rule does, because it may remove one of my dice and not allow me to use the other one. Let me just double check. So Beanie is hitting with his crit over here, which has stun, so it's going to remove one of my dice as it comes in and deal 2 damage. But I will clonk him back for 2, and it will kill the eye stinger swarm as well. 2 bugs down, 1 room clear. So the room is cleared, as noted by this battle shock token that we've got here. And I am down to 6 wounds with my Voidmaster. The wound tracker here provided to us lovingly by Greystag Gaming. Go support them, follow them, buy all of your high-quality gaming peripherals, my friends.
He also has a wonderful beard.
He also does have a wonderful beard. And Beanie, with his second activation, because they're group activation 2 for all of these little critters, he decided to pass, because as he said off camera, as soon as I go through this door over here, well, I'm in for a world of trouble, because there's all 3 of them there, and that's going to be quite a lot to get through in one sitting. But I must go through, for it is dinner time, my friends, and I am hungry. In response, I activated a true animal of my own and decided to get Maximilian, or Aximilian as he's meant to be called in the lore, around the corner. over here with a move and a dash so that he can hunt down that other eye stinger swarm that's trying to hide from me. I see you, you bastard. Now Beanie's got a very, very crafty tactic going on here. He's passing with a lot of his critters over here at the moment, biding his time, making me come towards him, which I can't fault him for, and I am, because I've put my my rotary cannon, Voidsman, going forward over there. I moved Max around the corner, and I also have offered up a sacrifice to the Ogryn gods. But Beanie hasn't taken it yet. He's thinking about leaving him there, which is so annoying. Just kill my man and show your face, your ugly face.
The face is beautiful, how dare you?
So what are you going to do in your turn then? Because you're running out of things to pass. I mean, you still do have some. Oh, God damn it. Okay, so I've got to move something else. Is the eye stinger swarm going to flip over and attack my dog? My precious baby boy? My little dirty rotten soldier? No. 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 No.
Skitter!
Oh, God damn it. He's done this because this, I forgot to mention at the very beginning, this heavy bolter is actually active, meaning that if I end my turn within 3 inches of it, we're going to roll a dice, and on a 4-up, it will shoot me with the full profile of a heavy bolter, even though it will be hitting on 5s. It's not something that I really want. Oh no. Oh no. So here we are. It's the first shooting attack of the game, and I've moved another Voidsman at Arms up around the corner. She's on engage, and she's going to be shooting the Ogryn because I just got to get rid of him if I can. So it's 4 shots with the las gun. It is going to be hitting you on 4s, 2s, and 3s. Oh, spicy. 3 dice saving on 5s for the Ogryn. Ooh, 1 save. So you're going to take 7 damage in total. Let us double check the rules. I've taken him down to 9 wounds, baby, but I feel like my hubris is showing here. My smugness is about to be plastered all over that lovely goo crystal because, yeah.
He's right.
With a huge snarl that Beanie will now do. Oh, very impressive, my man. He's done a charge with his Ogryn through the door into my Voidsman at Arms. I automatically take D3 wounds because of the crushing bulk, which is going to be 3. So that means that Beanie only needs to get 1 successful hit through out of his 4 attacks that hit on 3s in order to kill my lovely lass. I'm very dead. I have been absolutely smushified right there. Ow. Ow, my bones. They're all over the place now. Beanie's whispering, charge him, and I'm not going to do that because I've moved my Electromaester up here. Beanie has passed with a few more. Stop whispering. It's like playing black and white and hearing your name be mentioned in the thing there. No. And now I have flipped Elucia Vane onto Ungage. I've moved her up to this corner here. And I'm going to fire with her heirloom pistol, which actually seems pretty goddamn dope. It's 4 attacks hitting on 3s, 4s and 5s.
What?
With range, the regular, indirect and P1 on crits. That's pretty blooming good. And she can, if this operative fights, makes a shooting attack, if the enemy operative has fewer than its starting number of wounds, I can re-roll 1 of my dice as well.
Well,
yeah.
Okay,
so let's see what she's got.
The Starstriders, they are the rogue traders. They have access to these crazy weapons.
Yeah, exactly. So I got 3 hits there, a crit which gives me the P1, and I get to re-roll this one for free, and I hit with that as well. So that means that you've got 2 dice of 5 up. You make neither of them, so I believe he may be dead.
I believe that through the power of mathematics, we have established he is not alive.
But that is not all that you may see of the Ogryn, because he may be corrupted by the forces of Nurgle to come back once more, if Beanie rolls a 6 in the beginning of the next turning point. So, this is the end of my... Oh, no, I get to do a shoot for free, and they're going to dash there, because I need to get into that room and clear it before the end of the game. Thus ends my move, my friend, and I believe that's all of Beanie's activations done as well.
What about my Overwatch?
Don't you start with this. You're on Engar. You're in Conceal, Coward mode over there as well. You can't even do Overwatch even if you wanted to. So I will now move all of the rest of my Starstriders. Here we are at the end of the movement phase of turning point 2. I have started advancing through the GOO-dank, getting my little parties ready to push forward into the further and further into the oily, greasy, horrible expanse over there. I need especially to take out this room, because if Beanie starts plying in reinforcements into this room, I'm going to have a real tough time taking it from him in the final part of the game. So, 1 room down, 3 rooms remaining. Let's go into the turning point 3. But before we do the roll for the initiative, Beanie is going to roll for reinforcements. How many horrible Gribblies does he bring back? 2. Ooh, okay. So that is the 2 that I've already wiped out. So he's back to full strength again. And where are they going to go, Bean?
Plonk.
1 Gribbly in there. Oh, and 1 Gribbly in the control room over there. Nasty stuff indeed. Okay, right, so now we roll for initiative, my friend, and to see who goes into turning point 3 activation first. I got a 5, a 2. I will be taking the activation again. We begin this turning point not with a yell, not with the sound of gunfire, but with a big bark, because my Canid has stormed forward with a charge into the side of the Stingwing over here, and with his vicious bite is going to try and rip it apart. He's got 4 attacks hitting on 3s, only 1 needs to succeed. And it do with 2 crits that have rending, so that would rip this thing asunder. But unfortunately, he's ended right up close next to the artillery gun that's there. So Beanie, please roll a d6, and if he gets a 4 up, you will make a shooting attack against my poor old doggy. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I do.
Okay, so we need to check. I think it's 4 shots hitting on 5s.
I think it might be more.
Is it 5 shots with a heavy bolter? Oh, no. No.
Give me a moment.
So it's 5 shots hitting on 5s against my poor old wee doggy here.
I've never wanted to kill a dog before.
Oh, no.
But I think I did now.
So there's 2
P1,
crits.
So you will only get
2 saves of 5 ups. And how much damage does it do on the criticals?
5.
Oh, man. The dog is dead.
Kill the dog. I
No, my poor Cannon. Oh, no. Old Yeller, he's been completely creamed. Ooh, the Eye Stinger Swarm's doing something a bit different over here. It's going for a ranged attack with its Swarm ability. So it's got a range of 6, and it can see this Voidsman at Arms over here. So it's going to be hitting on 6s with 5 attacks. And it hits twice, so it's basically going to stun him and remove 1 of his APL. Boo! It is time to storm the Strategarium, Venarium, Aquarium. And that's what I'm calling this room here. Because Elucia Vane has activated. She's on Ungage. She's gone round the corner with a charge. And she is going to attack this grub right here. Now, she gets to do this for free, thanks to her Predator rule. So it's going to be 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. If 1 goes through, it dead. It is dead, but I will take some wounds, I believe, for its acidic blood if Beanie rolls a 4 up on a die. And he does not, so no. And then I will, with my second activation, I'm going to shoot that swarm that's onto the other side there. I can definitely see him. He's on the same thing as me, remember? On the same terrain feature. So I will shoot him with my Heirloom Relic pistol, which has indirect anyway, so I could have just shot him with, even if I couldn't have seen him, which is pretty interesting. Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm going to shoot him with 4 attacks, and I hit you 3 times. I do not get to re-roll this one, but I have 2 crits. So you have. P1. I will see. Yeah, you got P1, so I think he's dead no matter what. But please roll away. He is very dead indeed. So another one of these Stinger Swarms is down. So, Beanie has moved his Gribblies, or not moved, and passed with 2 over here, and I have ended my movement turn with this Voidsman at Arms within 3 inches of the Heavy Bolter, because remember, he was down 1 AP from a stunning he took earlier on. Now, will Beanie roll a Stone Cold Stunning? Yes, indeed. Roll that D6.
Is it a 4?
It is not a 4. He has escaped. He has escaped for the moment. Okay, so it goes back to Beanie's activation. He's got 1 more Gribbly over here and 3 over here. Where are you going to do? What are you going to do? 1 flip over there. Cheeky little pass. Nice.
Followed by a sensual further pass.
Yes, nice work indeed. Okay, I see a little scheme emerging here.
You better believe it.
Unfortunately for me, I'm inciting more danger because I have to go over here to finish off these Gribblies, and I've moved within 3 inches of the Heavy Blotter. 4 up. It's a big one, so it's going to be 5 attacks.
5 whole
hitting
attacks.
on 5s. Now this is going to sting. Here we go. All miss! Oh, that was very lucky for my Death Cult assassin there. Whoo! So I'm going up against a Sludge Grub here with my Voltgeist man because, or my, what's it called? It's got a funny name. Electromaester, sorry. He has moved...
Electromaester?
Yeah.
He sounds like he's good enough.
Whoa! Buzzing, baby! He has moved up here and he can perform a mission action for free. So he's going to open the door for free and he's directly in combat with this chuff over here. So he's going to attack with his gun butt. He hits you once, which will kill you dead. Ugh. And he kills him dead by resolving his 2 damage thing against you. But this is a Sludge Grub, so roll a dice. Ooh.
Oh, I thought it was the 4.
No acidic blood for him. So he's out of town over there. And he can't do anything else because that is the end of his activations. He's done. Bye. There's an Overwatch going on over here. Believe it or not, the Swarm is going in trying to stun my leader.
On 6s.
I have not been stunned today. Right then, it is time for my rotary gun to spin up and start shooting this little flea that's right in front of them because of the distance. He can see him. Let's go in, hitting on 4s. Ooh, it's not great. He only hits you the 2 times. I'm going to spend my first CP of this entire game to re-roll one. Oh, didn't even work. So it's, you get, how many dice do you
3
get?
saves on 5.
I want to say that that is correct. It is, oh, come on, stupid thing.
Faster.
Bam, 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 bam. It is, defense dice is 2. 2 defense dice on 5s. So, oh, he's got through unless you want to spend a CP because this is going to keep him alive. He's alive!
I'd achieved something.
Oh no, he's alive. That is a big problem now for me because I'm going to have to spend more resources in getting rid of him. So he's done that, and I think that what he's going to do is do a dash up this way to finish his turn. Dang it! Right, so I've now moved my medic over here, who's gone around the corner, flipped over to Ungage, and going to try and shoot the Swarm over there with a Laz pistol. 4 attacks, hitting on 4s.
Violent Doctors.
Ooh, pretty good.
Oh, wow.
Pretty good. Okay, so...
2 on a 5
Yep,
up?
2 on a 5 up. It's another one creamed, my friend. Okay, so that room now is also purged, cleared, whatever we're saying here. Battle shocked. Beautiful stuff. Right, moving on. I've got to figure out a way of getting rid of these 2 Gribblies. Boo! Urns! Right, so I have spent 1 CP for daring, and what I've done with this Voidsman at Arms is declare a charge. He's gone through. He's now going to fight with his 3 attacks. He's looking for just 1 success right now on a 4-up. And he creams that tick over there. So he is gone. No saving, no special rules.
You've ticked me off.
Hey. And then I'm going to spend my last APL to do a dash so I get him into a more fortuitous position over here to make shooting this tick in the next round, final round, a bit better. So that is all bar my Voidmaster over here, who's going to need to just make a dash as quickly as he can up to that room, because otherwise he's going to be left out of the party. Yeah, so here we are. It's going to be an uphill struggle getting into that room, I won't lie, but at least if we can contain the infection to 1 room, it's better than all of the Gulo-dank being overrun. So that's the end of all the movement, and the Voidmaster has ended his turn there. It goes into the final turning point, and that means that Beanie's going to roll the dice of destiny to see how many Gribblies come back alive. Here we go. He's looking for that sweet 6. He's looking for that sweet 6. It's a 2, so only 1 more Gribbly joins the fray. And the question is, where will it be? It's going in there. Okay, well, luckily for me, I can start using, I should have probably been using my actual like privateer support assets to do some blasting and bombing, but we'll deal with that in a minute. Okay, so we're into turning point 4, the last one, turning point quattro. Roll for initiative, my friend. A 4 and a 4. The mind games begin. A 2, a 1. I squeak out. That's my first ever game of Kill Team where I've won every initiative.
Oh, you have?
Yay! And it was on a jokey game that didn't matter. God damn it. Okay, so I've definitely got to clear the room of this horrible little buggin over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move up with my Voidmaster as close as possible, and then I'm going to use his uncompromising fire ability, which is I can make a shooting attack with his Artificer shotgun, close range, and his las pistol back to back.
like that.
I want him done diddly dead. So I'm going to be...
All right, Flanders.
Flanderino. So I'm going to blow you to smithereenies. So hit you on 2s. And he still manages to miss. Classic lad. There's 3 big hits through there. Even with your 2 defense dice saves, which were pretty good, you're still going to take 4 damage, and that obliterates him. So another room has been battle shock / cleared. Right, so that's the end of my turn. What's Beanie going to do with his over here? So I've moved this Voidsman at Arms up here. He's paid 1 CP for daring. He hasn't finished within 3 yet. I don't think he may be just outside of 3. Measure up. Let's find out. Here's a measuring tape. Let's see. Is he about to get a whole load of bolters in his back at the end of his round? He may get shot at the end of this, but he's got to do his activation first. Good. So he's moved up. He's opened the door, and now he's going to fight against the Stingwing or whatever is on the other side of that. So let's see. He has missed with everything.
Excellent.
So he's going to have to CP. He's going to have to CP this, mate. He's going to have to do this. He has hit him, so he will kill him. I don't think there's anything you can do. Oh, you rolled so well, though. But he's killed the Stingwing with his 1 attack. Woo!
Oh, hang on. The Stingwing's the one behind
Yeah, that one there. He's gone. Okay, get out of here, Cazador from Fallout New Vegas. That's the end of his turn, but will it be the end of his life? Because now roll a d6, my friend, because it is time for you to shoot some back. You missed.
Oh, no!
The turret does not activate, so that is the end of his activation. It is now your go to activate your 1 lone operative who is ready. What do? What do? Oh, you cowardly custard. You...
Get in the room.
Okay, right, so this is what it all comes down to then.
I've got to infect this whole place.
I know you do. Okay,
it's no time for glory, it's all time for infection.
Right, okay, so here's the plan. If I move the Death Cult Assassin in there, she becomes the line of sight. Somebody else does a privateer asset, does a cluster bomb, and drops it all around here, potentially killing everyone.
Uh-oh.
That's the Hail Mary.
This was a mistake on my part.
But there's nowhere in this room you could have gone, to be fair. You would have had to have come out and then faced the wrath of somebody else. And this, bear in mind, is if it works. So
of course.
Let's go and see what movement she's got and figure out if we can do any damage to help out before we go into that bit there. Okay, so the Executioner has moved around the corner and she's going to fire from her dart mask into the little gribbly that's in front of her. 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. She hits with all bar 1, and I'm not going to re-roll that dice because I feel like I need that last CP for something else. You do not make it. That's 2 damage, so it does actually end up killing the flea.
The dart mask did the job.
Brilliant. And now because Beanie has got no operatives that are left and ready, I'm pretty sure that as reading this as it's written in the Kill Team Annual, when making shooting attacks with the ranged weapon, for purposes of line of sight, draw visibility and cover from a friendly Navis operative that is not within. So that doesn't mean that it has to be the person who is making the asset thing. So I'm going to activate this lad over here and say that he's going to drop a cluster bomb right onto the visible slug thing there. And the blast should mean that I kill it. 5 attacks, hitting on 4s, going into... Oh, I don't know, the pressure's on now. Hitting on 4s. He's got 3 6s. So I would say that he's managed to do...
Easy.
So,
Watch,
here we go, here we go.
This is going to split into
Yep,
another dice,
sure.
and it'll be a 6.
It was a 6, but it...
Not a bad roll, but it wasn't quite enough to stop it.
And then it goes into the other one. Another blast bomb. 5 attacks hitting... Oh, easy dice. Another 5 attacks hitting on 4s. 5 attacks hitting on 4s for the sign of 1. It's 3 big hits again. You can't save it. That means... That was, again, a very fantastic roll.
What was this earlier?
But it does mean that that final grub has been wiped out in the final turn, the final round. Managed to do it. I was actually genuinely surprised. I thought there was going to be 1 or 2 bugs left at the end of that. That was a very close, very silly game indeed. The GOO-lerpox now falls silent after all of the Nurgle infection has been removed. The sound maybe of scrubbing brushes from the cleaners who come in afterwards. Yeah, lots of trying to get it out there. And everything is calm, everything is peaceful, everything is fine. Or is it the end? Question mark, exclamation mark, another question mark. You can never be rid of Nurgle on the GOO-lerpox. And thus ends our silly little story. But there we have it. That has been our very silly little kill team game, and hopefully a little showcase of what the Starstriders can do. I will run them properly in a future battle, but we thought this is just what we do on this channel. Lots of silly battles, lots of fun, just friends having a laugh, which we've had at least 3, which is fantastic. And if you want to continue having a smile on your face, then remember you can go over to our social medias and follow us, where Beanie is on Instagram at
Beanie40K.
And you can follow me over there where I'm at RetroJ, but the O is a 0. Remember, if you like what you see here and want to check out more stuff, we do tons of battle reports every single week, as well as streams and other painting guides as well. So consider subscribing or becoming a member, you massive legend. But until then, take care of yourself. This has been a battle report on Brobnar, and we'll see you soon. Bye!